The shuttle door hissed open, revealing the glimmering halls of Zenthari Academy, an elite interstellar institution located aboard a floating station orbiting the tri-sun world of Threxel V. The station wasn't just any school. It was the most prestigious academy for high-born daughters across half the galaxy. Species of all colors, limbs, fur, scales, and tails sent their brightest girls here to become diplomats, warriors, and leaders. What it had never hosted, however, was a human boy. That changed on the first day of the new cycle, when Eli Morgan, a 16-year-old Earth boy, stepped onto the polished crystal floor with nothing more than a duffel bag, a half-smile, and a distinct sense that he was entirely, irreversibly out of place. A long silence greeted him. Girls, alien girls, of various species froze mid-conversation, some blinking their multiple eyes, others flicking tails or wings in confusion. Murmurs erupted. And at the front of the hall, the headmistress's glowing blue antennae twitched with restrained worry. "Class Zeta V," she announced in her musical voice. "Please welcome our new student, Eli Morgan of Earth Middle." When Eli entered his first class, Interstellar Political Ethics, the room buzzed with energy, far more than any politics class should. The students of Zeta V weren't just brilliant. They were also the most elite, genetically honed, or spiritually refined daughters of alien aristocracy. Among them were Navara, a violet-skinned telepath from Kylax Prime, who immediately tried to read Eli's mind, and gasped aloud. Torikes, a reptilian warrior girl with ceremonial bone piercings, who regarded him like prey, or a puzzle. Ilari, a floating jelly-based life form in a containment field, who gurgled, "What's a sweater?" And Zelna, the tall, silken-haired daughter of the Threxilian Emperor herself, who stared at Eli like he was a threat to the cosmic order. The instructor, a cybernetic bird being, paused as Eli took the only available seat, in the middle of the class surrounded. "Why did you come here?" Zelna asked as soon as the lecture ended, folding her arms. Her silvery pupils narrowed. Eli blinked. "Because Earth finally signed the Concord of Species and we got 2 scholarships. I won one." Several girls whispered. Some giggled. Others just stared curious. Navara spoke up. "Your thoughts are strange. You're not afraid of us." "Should I be? I can incinerate a tank with my voice," Zelna said coolly. Eli shrugged. "My cousin's kid melted a microwave trying to make grilled cheese. Terran tech accidents can be brutal." Torikes's tongue flicked out. She hissed something in her native language, which Eli didn't understand, but it sounded like a laugh. The weeks passed. First Eli struggled. His classmates spoke dozens of languages, knew 5-dimensional calculus, and meditated with planetary consciousnesses. He had, at best, an A in math and a sarcastic sense of humor. But he adapted. When the hover disks in PE malfunctioned, Eli used gravity tricks from Earth's lower tech sports to win the obstacle course. When debates broke out in diplomacy class, he sidestepped telepathic traps by asking blunt, honest questions no one expected. And when Zelna tried to humiliate him during a duel simulation, Eli ducked her plasma staff and dropped her with a judo throw he'd learned from YouTube. For the first time in Academy history, the top-ranked girls lost to a human. The gossip exploded. "He eats dead animals, cooked with flavor." He actually touched Torikes's tail. She didn't bite him. Zelna went quiet when he spoke. "Does he have mental shielding?" "No, he's just stubborn." Zelna, particularly, seemed baffled and bothered. She cornered Eli one evening at the Academy's Sky Garden, where he was stargazing with a thermos of Earth-style cocoa. "Why are you here, really?" she demanded. "I told you," Eli replied, offering her the thermos. "Scholarship." Thought it'd be cool to study with the galaxy's best. No one chooses this place lightly. You should be overwhelmed. Terrified. I've been on Earth public buses, Eli deadpanned. This is luxury. Zelna's expression flickered. Then, shockingly, she laughed. Just once. Toughly. You confuse me, human. You're not the first to say that, he grinned. Things changed after that. Suddenly, the girls who once saw him as an anomaly now treated him like a puzzle worth solving. Nivara asked if she could probe his memories. He politely declined. Ilari shared her favorite color waves with him. Torikes sparred with him regularly, and lost with increasing amusement. Even Zelna invited him to a Thraxilian tea ceremony, where he impressed the elders by not passing out from the spiced vapor fumes. Then came the Harmony Festival, a tradition where each student had to present a cultural performance. Eli was expected to give a speech, but instead he pulled out a guitar and sang. His voice, rough and human, floated through the halls as he sang a slow, nostalgic Earth song about stars, silence, and finding home in a place you didn't expect. By the time he finished, even the headmistress looked misty-eyed. Later that night, Eli found himself sitting beneath the glowing vines of the starlight atrium when Zelna approached. "You do not shine like the rest of us," she said quietly. "You burn, and it draws others close." Eli gave her a look. "That's either a compliment or you're calling me a fire hazard." Zelna rolled her eyes. "It means, I see you, Eli Morgan of Earth, and I no longer find you unwelcome." He grinned. "High praise, coming from someone who tried to disintegrate me in week 2. She sat beside him. "And if I said some of the girls are considering you for the bonding trials, what would you say?" Eli choked on his cocoa. "I'd say, please define bonding trials before I panic." Ending. By the end of the cycle, Eli wasn't just a curiosity. He was the unexpected bridge between cultures. His name was on the lips of ambassadors. The Galactic Council requested to review his essays. Students quoted his strange Terran sayings. And the girls. Some respected him. Some admired him. And some, well, let's just say there were rumors. When Eli returned to Earth for break, the headmistress personally saw him off at the shuttle. "Your presence here," she said, "was unconventional, disruptive, and utterly necessary. You reminded us that brilliance isn't limited to bloodlines or planets." "Thank you," Eli said, slinging his duffel bag over his shoulder. "And be aware," she added, "at least 4 students plan to visit Earth next cycle, specifically to research human customs." Eli blinked. "Define customs." She just smiled. As the shuttle doors closed, Eli looked out at the station receding into space. He couldn't believe how far he'd come. From an average Earth teen to a legend in the making. Back home no one would believe it. But at Zenthry Academy, the tale of the first human boy, who made the most elite alien girls question everything, would be told for generations. And Eli, he was just getting started.